Namaste, beautiful friend. This class is going to be a juicy one, all about balancing and releasing. So when you're ready, I'll meet you on the mat. Coming to the front of the mat, take your feet hip distance apart. Make sure that your toes are facing directly in front of you. Lift the toes, press into all four corners of the feet, and then allow each toe to fall one by one back to the mat. So the toes are spread wide. Check to make sure that you're not arching in the back, so lengthen the tailbone toward the mat. Engage the core ever so slightly, and then roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Palms face the front of the room. Dip the chin and close the eyes. And take a deep breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. Allowing the shoulders to release a little more. In through the nose. Begin to slow everything down. And out through the nose. Just draw your attention inward, away from external sounds or stimuli. And just begin to feel what it feels like today in your body. Feel your breath as it is right now. Without judgment, but simply observing where we are today. And wherever you are is just fine. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Out through the nose. Inhale, reach the arms down, around and up. Clasp above the head. Ground down through the left foot and reach up and over with the right arm to the, with both arms to the right side, side bend. Really ground down through the outer edge of the left foot. Maybe look up. Inhale back to center and exhale over to the left. Really press down through that right foot now and maybe look under the right shoulder. Relax the shoulders. Find length in both sides of the body. And inhale, come back up. Keep the hands above the head now. Take the weight onto the right leg and take the top of the left foot onto the mat. So if you're really flexible, you might be able to go really deep into this stretch, but most of us don't really ever stretch the feet this way, so it might be kind of intense. Keep a micro bend in the right knee. Keep the hips square and just allow gravity to stretch the foot in the opposite direction. And step back to the front. Take the weight onto the left foot now. And step the right foot back onto the top of the right toes. Stretch the top of the right foot. Keep a micro bend in the left knee. Square the hips. And breathe through whatever sensations might be arising now. And step back to the front. Inhale, grow taller through the spine, reach up toward the sky, and exhale, bend the knees, flat back, forward fold. Cross the arms above the head and gently sway left and right if that feels good. Dip the chin and really allow the crown of the head to be heavy, like you've got a weight attached to it and it's dragging it toward the floor. Keep the knees deeply bent. Belly drapes over the thighs. And come back to stillness, forward fold. Bend through the left knee now. Inhale. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Press the right hip back. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward one another. And reach up and overhead. Fingertips and hip move away from each other. And then bring both hands to the mat. Step the left, just kidding. Bring both hands to the mat. Step the left foot back and reach the right arm back up to the sky. Easy twist. Press the left heel away from you. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward one another. Reach up and overhead. And plant the palms. Step it back. Plank. Vinyasa. And meet me in downward facing dog. Pedal through the legs. Bend one knee and then the other. Shake the head maybe. Inhale, come onto the toes, bend the knees, look between the hands, and hop, step, or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swoop the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer. Draw the prayer back down to the mat, forward fold. Bend the right knee this time. Reach the left arm up. Twist. Press the left heel back. Left hip back. I've done this twice now. And reach up and over. And plant the palms. Step the right foot back and once again reach the left arm up to the sky. Easy twist. Reach the right arm forward and plant the palms. Step it back. Plank. Vinyasa to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg kicks up. And step the right foot behind the left. Walk the hands to the back of the mat now. Forward fold at the back of the mat with the legs crossed, legs twisted. So you'll have the left knee a little bit bent. Right hip is pressing away. Let the crown of the head be heavy. An option to stay here or walk the hands over to the left, really getting into the right side of the body. Keep a micro bend in both knees. Make sure you're not locking them out. Reach the fingertips away from the hips. And walk it back in. Walk it forward. Three-legged dog. Rock forward to plank. Take the knee across the body. Tap the left foot with the right foot with the left hand and kick it back to three-legged dog. Rock forward, tap through, 2. Rock forward to plank. Kick the foot over to the left, tap with the left hand, 3, 4, 5, engage the core, kick it back, three-legged dog, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Three-legged dog. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, and step it through. Come on up, high lunge. Press the left heel away from you. Thighs squeeze toward one another. Press into all 4 corners of the right foot. Bend the knee deeply, engage the core, relax the shoulders. And take the hands behind you now, clasp, open the chest, lift the heart space, look up. And bring the left knee to the mat. Low lunge now, with the clasp, with the heart opener. And release the clasp, stay in low lunge, prayer twist. Inhale, come back to center. Flip the left toes under if you had flipped them the other way. Engage the right quad, lift back up, high lunge. Hands to prayer. Bend through the left knee, focus on a drishti point on the mat. Launch yourself forward in one fluid movement if you can, warrior 3. Maybe keep the right knee bent, square the left hips, flex the left foot, engage the core. Lengthen the back of the neck, smile. And inhale, come up to standing at the front of the mat. Bring the left foot to the left ankle, shin, or thigh. Left foot to right ankle, shin or thigh, and come to tree at the front of the mat. Press into all four corners of the right foot, engage the core. Relax the shoulders. Focus on a drishti point. You can also take your hands up above the head if you'd like to make it a little bit more difficult. Lift through the crown of the head. Imagine you've got a string lifting you from the crown of the head. Excellent. And release the tree. Shake it out. Back to Tadasana at the front of the mat. Inhale, swoop the arms down, around and up. Maybe look up, maybe back bend. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step it back to plank. Vinyasa of your choice. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg kicks high to the sky. Set the left foot behind the right and walk the hands back to the back of the mat. Really let the head be heavy. Dip the chin, draw the chin into the chest to lengthen the back of the neck. Keep a micro bend in the left knee. There's a little bit of a deeper bend in the right knee. An option to stay here if this is already feeling like a lot, or if you'd like to make it go deeper, you can walk the hands over to the right, press the hips toward the left. Come up onto your spidey fingers, relax the shoulders. Really draw the fingertips away from the hips. Find as much length as you can in the side body. Excellent. Walk it back in. Come back into three-legged dog. Rock forward to plank. Bring the left foot across to the right. Tap it with the right hand and kick it back 10 times. Engage the core. 1, 2, 3. Kick it high and downward dog. 4. And really engage the obliques on the twist. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. And 10. Three-legged dog. Inhale, rock it through, squeeze it in. Exhale here. Inhale, step it through, and come on up, high lunge. Press the right heel away from you, bend deeply into the left knee, left leg. Squeeze the thighs toward one another. Really engage the legs here. Engage the core, strong and powerful in our high lunge. Bring the hands behind the back, clasp. Reverse the clasp this time. Open back bend, look up, smile. Drop the right knee down. Low lunge with the heart opener with the back bend. Take your hands down the right thigh. Beautiful. Release, bring the hands to prayer. Prayer twist. In the low lunge. And come back to center. Flip the right toes under if you had released. Come on up. High lunge. Hands to prayer at heart center. Bend through the right knee. Focus on a point on the mat or on the space in front of the mat. Engage the core. Launch forward. Warrior 3. Maybe keep a bend in the left knee. Square the hips. Bring the right hip down. Flex the right foot or point the toes. Engage the core. Lift the torso. Engage the left glute. That's what's holding me up right now. Right glute too, because you're lifting the back leg. And inhale, come up. Just standing at the front of the mat. Bring the right foot to the left ankle, left shin, or left thigh, tree pose. Relax the shoulders, lift the heart. You can have your hands at prayer at heart center, or maybe reach the hands up above the head, make it a little harder. Try not to butt the hips out to the left. Really press into all four corners of the left foot and lift, grow tall. Ooh, starting to feel it in the left foot and the left ankle. Hold it just a little longer. Smile. Smile through it. Don't lose the alignment. Beautiful. Step it down, shake it out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step it back to plank. Vinyasa. To downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Stack the hips, bend the knee. And we're just gonna try. Walk the hands a little bit closer to the legs. And take your left hand now to the right ankle, right foot. Just do your best. Focus on a point on the mat. This is about balance, remember? And if you fall out of it, that's okay. No worries. Wherever you are, release the hands back to the mat. Step the foot between the hands. Inhale up, high lunge. Take the hands behind you now, clasp open. Look up. Inhale here. Find a lot of buoyancy in the heart. And exhale. Bring the head down in the direction of the right ankle. Humble warrior. Press the left heel away from you. Arms reach away from you. Gravity takes over the hands. Dip the chin. Inhale, come back up. High lunge. Twist now over to the right. So bring the torso over the right leg. Bring the left shoulder down, right shoulder up. Press the left heel away from you. Reach the fist away from you. Excellent. Release the clasp. Come on up. High lunge. Hands to prayer. Bend the left knee. Launch forward. Warrior three. Engage the core. Inhale, come on up. Take your left ankle to your right knee. If you've lost your balance like I did, that's fine. Get it back and sink the hips. Chair, you can keep your hands in prayer and gently press the left elbow into the left knee. Figure four, chair pose. Really opening up the hips. Feels lovely. Lovely. Sink your hips a little deeper. Flex the left foot. And inhale, come back up. Woo! Balance is gone. No more balance. Step it down, shake it out. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And step or hop it back to plank. Chaturanga to upward facing dog. Chaturanga to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and open, stack the hips, bend the knee, lift the knee high to the sky. And just for fun, walk the hands a little closer to the legs, the one leg, and try to take your right hand to your left ankle. Focusing on a drishti point. If you lose your balance, nobody cares, nobody's watching. This is not a contest. This is just for fun. And however you did, release, three-legged dog. Inhale, rock it forward, knee to nose. Step it through. And come on up, high lunge. Take the hands behind you now, clasp, reverse the clasp, open the heart space, look up, smile. So beautiful to have heart openers in these practices. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bring the head in the direction of the left ankle, humble warrior. Really opening up the shoulders, working on the posture. Dip the chin, lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale, come back up. Torso over the left thigh. Drop the right shoulder down, left shoulder up, twist. Press the right heel away from you. And inhale up, high lunge, release the hands. And bring the hands to prayer, bend the right knee, launch forward, warrior three. If you need to tap the toe down, that's fine. Maybe bend through the left leg a little bit, square the right hip down, engage the core. Try not to do the back arch like I'm wont to do. Lengthen the back of the neck, engage the glutes. And inhale, come on up. Bring the right ankle to the left knee and sink the hips, chair pose. Figure four chair. Gently press the right elbow into the right knee to open the hips, or the right hip rather. Sink the hips a little more. And press it up, release, shake it out. Shake it out, take the feet as wide as the mat, toes pointing out, heels in. Inhale here and exhale. Sink the hips all the way down into yogic squat. Bring the hands to prayer at heart center. Gently press the thighs away from each other with the elbows. Hands energetically pressing into each other. Sink the hips, lift the heart. Relax the shoulders, dip the chin. Take the right hand now to the outside of the right leg. Left arm reaches up. And if it's in your practice, you can clasp behind. Open the left shoulder up to the sky. And back to center, other side. Left hand on the outside of the left foot, reach the right arm up to the sky. And if it's in your practice, clasp. Otherwise, no need. The twist with the arm in the air is just fine. And no twist is also just fine. Whatever feels good for you. And release. Back to yogic squat. Now take the hands behind you. Come to a seat. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart, and walk your feet a little bit farther away from you so you have a diamond shape here. Your legs make a diamond shape. If you have blocks or cushions, now is a great time to grab them, and I'll show you how. We're going to do a Yin-style forward fold. So it's a long hold. It's meant to feel very nice. You can take the block or the cushion or whatever onto your feet. Scooch the booty away from you. Inhale, grow tall, find a lot of length in the spine, and then hinging from the hips, come forward in the direction of your legs. So this is a great spot for the block. You can also have blocks stacked on top of blocks for a place to rest your head, so you can really relax into the pose. You can definitely round in the back here. Bring the forearms to the mat. Hands not reaching, so just relax the back of the hands onto the mat and bring your forehead to the block on whatever level feels good to you. Make whatever adjustments you need and make sure that you're not in a place that is incredibly sensational for you. So if we gauged the sensations on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like a very, very, very deep stretch, we want to be at like a 5. So something we can hold for a few minutes, because we'll be here for a few minutes. And we want it to be comfortable without any kind of fidgeting if possible. So find whatever is comfortable for you. You can take a blanket on top of the block to give yourself some extra cushion. Really allow the shoulders to relax, the back to round, the knees to be heavy, the head to be heavy, just relaxing on the block or on your hands. If you don't have a block, you can always bring your hands to fists and allow your head to rest on the hands. Whatever feels good to you. We'll be here for 2 to 3 minutes. Allow the breath to soften, and the body to soften. And know that there's nowhere else you have to be. This is it. This is exactly where you're meant to be right now. If any thoughts begin to barge into your mind, just acknowledge them and let them go. Coming back to the softening of the breath and the releasing of the body. On your next in-breath, very slowly bring your hands to the mat, palm down. You can move the block out of the way. Dip the chin and walk your hands in toward your body to bring your torso up. The head is the last thing to come up. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat and allow the knees to fall to the left. And then the right, windmilling back and forth. And now take the heels on the mat, hip distance apart. Take both hands around to the left, martial arts twist. Bring the forehead in the direction of the mat. And switch back, other side. Left hip lifts, heels stay on the mat. And come back. And now roll down onto the back. And bring the feet, the knees, up and overhead into plow pose. So roll onto the lower back, bring the knees into the chest, and with a little bit of momentum, you press your elbows into the mat. A little bit of momentum, bring the feet up above the head. So shimmy your shoulders up underneath your heart space, bring your hands onto your back, and you can of course stay right here, supporting your lower back with your hands in a modified pigeon pose. You can also bend the knees. You can also grab that block that was so conveniently close by and bring your sacrum onto the block. Okay? And this is a nice inversion, however you want to do it. Plow pose. And then if you'd like, you can of course bring your feet to the mat above the head, or in the direction of the mat above the head. From here, if you'd like, you can again take your hands to your lower back, engage the core, lift the hips high, come into shoulder stand, point the toes up toward the sky. Of course, you can do this on the block as well, just like we were doing before. And release the feet back down towards the top of the head. And if the block was beneath you, you can move it to the side and very slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll down onto the back. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat and bring the knees together, feet apart, constructive rest. Just realigning the lower back, the pelvis. And windshield wiper the legs once more. Come back to center, cross the right knee over the left. Press into the left foot, lift the hips and move them over to the right a couple inches, and then allow the knees to fall to the left. Reach the right arm out to the right, supine twist with crossed legs. And come back to center, realign the hips, take the left knee on top of the right, press into the right foot and move the hips over to the left a little bit. Drop the knees over to the right, reach the left arm to the left, supine twist. Maybe look to the left, maybe look up to the sky. Inhale, come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest and then into the armpits. Reach and grab the feet. Flex the feet toward the sky. Happy baby. Maybe rock a little bit left and right if that feels good to you on the lower back. And release the feet. Take the legs long on the mat. Allow the toes to fall to the left and the right. Take up some space. Take up the whole mat, maybe more than the mat. Maybe reach the arms out to the sides and really take up space like a star. Star pose on the back. And as you take this final resting pose, you can release the breath. Turn the attention back to the internal environment. To relaxation and peace. And to release. Allow the shoulder blades to melt heavy into the mat. And the hips to widen, and the feet to be supported. And stay here for as long as you're able to. And I'll see you soon with our next class together. From my heart to yours. Namaste, dear friend.